Do's and don'ts of format. You do end your teaser by page 5. As discussed earlier, filming it make it go over 5 minutes, which is fine. Because if you look at today's shows, like I said, Chuck, I know Grey's Anatomy probably does it, and some of the other shows, Justified.
And Desperate Housewives does it too.
They'll go over 5 minutes for their teaser. But script-wise, it'll only be 5 pages. Okay, filmed-wise, it could be 7 or 8 minutes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So do you just 5 pages or less? Is that
Yes, 5 pages or less.
Okay.
Okay, but in that 5 pages, you could have a montage or a series of shots or something that's going to cause it to be filmed longer than 5 minutes, considering each page is a minute. Okay? Now, you do want a cliffhanger before every commercial. You want to end your scene on a cliffhanger. Now, 24, and there's some other TV shows out there that will go to their commercial break in the middle of a scene. But it'll be a pivotal moment in that scene. And then they'll continue that scene after the commercial break. That's perfectly fine. You can do that. But it has to be a pivotal moment or a cliffhanger in that scene. Okay? Because you want them to come back after that commercial break. Yes, Rich?
I was thinking about, like, the show that I produced. Each week it starts out previously on.
Yes.
And there's scenes of that.
Yes, that's part of your teaser.
That is part of your teaser, is my question.
Yeah, it's a good question, because what it is that is actually written in where you'll go, you'll have like announcer, and then it'll say previously on, and it will be the dialogue, and then they'll go into, and you can state it in various different ways. Previous shots of the first episode.
Highlights.
Highlights of, but if you're going for story-wise, take, for example, again, Battlestar Galactica. They had multiple stories running. Okay? Obviously, not all the characters could be featured during one episode. Okay? Or during, 2 or 3 episodes. So whenever they're going to pick up their story again, they show clips of the previous story, the background story leading up to what's going to happen in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then they'll start out with the teaser. Okay? But, your teaser will be shortened due to that background. Okay, so you still have that 4 to 5 page constraint there.
Because I've had a couple of them that's probably gone 9 minutes before.
Yeah, yeah, and that's fine. That's fine.
With the teaser and the first.
Yeah. So you just have to remember that that's going to be part of your teaser, and filmed wise, it's still going to go 7, 8, 9 minutes. Yes, Vicki.
I just I didn't realize the writer chose when the commercial break would be. I didn't know that.
Structurally,
we do.
yes. Okay, because you're looking at anywhere between 10 to 12 pages. So anywhere between page 9 and page 12, you break it and go to the second act.
Okay, so from the teaser to the first cliffhanger, how long? About?
You're going to go roughly 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay. From
Yes.
I have a question. I might have done this before I came in, but
Okay. That's all right.
I was watching. I like the closer.
The answer's no.
I was watching. I like the closer, so I'm catching up with the closer on DVD.
Yes.
Because we don't get the cable
Yes.
channel.
It's a good
that's on
show.
anymore.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't count because you have no commercials on DVDs.
okay, but the whole episode is like 40 minutes long.
Yes.
So when you were talking with that 6-act for 60 minutes,
Yes.
would that actually be 40 minutes?
Written, your screenplay, or teleplay, excuse me, your teleplay will be between 52 and 60 pages.
Okay.
Written. Okay,
Yeah.
because they're going to film that entire 60 pages. And then they're going to chop it up and put it together as they want.
Okay.
1 hour is 52 to 60 pages.
Yes,
They're gonna omit stuff. They're gonna edit it down.
exactly.
Some
They're
stuff.
going to edit it down to 42 to 45.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are, for DVDs, because you can actually add material to the DVD.
Right.
You know, some episodes are actually going to be longer, like 48, 49 minutes.
Right.
Okay, because they've added scenes.
It does do commercial breaks. It does.
Yes, it does. It does.
fade
Yeah,
a
you
break.
see like that
it
slight
fades
pause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it fades to black and then it comes back
Yeah.
and then it comes back. So yeah,
Let's
it's,
say
Yes,
once
Rich.
let's say you get contracted to
Yeah.
write your TV series for a network. I doubt they would do this, but like when I wrote, I would figure out, okay, I'm gonna have, because I have an agreement like with one network to have at least 3 90-second or 2-minute breaks in the show. It's a half-hour show. So I would write my scripts 24 to 26 pages.
Mhm.
In other words, I didn't write it as a full 30-minute show. I
Yeah.
wrote it in mind that
Exactly.
it's going to be
Exactly.
minus the break.
And-
would you ever write it that way later? Or
I don't see why not, because obviously that's after the contracts have been negotiated. You know what commercial breaks, how the length of the commercial breaks are going to be. So you can subtract that time from the script, and then you have a solid notion or knowledge of exactly how much time you have to develop your story. Okay?
Is a half-hour drama allowed, or they want an hour only?
Oh, you can do the half hour, like Breaking In with Christian Slater. That's
It's a half, yeah, I
yeah.
haven't seen it.
It's a half hour. It's on Wednesday nights. It comes on. Actually, it comes on after American Idol, but you didn't hear me say that I watched that show. This is actually only the first season that I've started watching American Idol, and it's all because of Steven Tyler. I just love counting how many times he drops the F-bomb.
or says something inappropriate to a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, well that too, but it happens. It's Steven Tyler. All right, so go on to the next do. Do remember to start each act on a new page, which is, we covered that. And then next is know your pacing. Okay? A 4 plot line structure is going to be much faster than a 3 plot line structure. So know your pacing. Pull down off the internet, pull down screenplays from your TV shows that run 4 plots. And I think 24 ran a 4 plot structure as well. And learn that pacing. Okay, watch those TV shows like with the sitcoms. Like you're writing a sitcom that has a blended family in there. Modern Family. Watch it. Every time that there's a joke, pause it. Figure out where how much time falls between each comedic beat.
Okay.
All right, because it's going to have a similar structure through each one of the episodes. Okay, because the writers, they work so insanely with each other that their writing styles start to blend, and you'll find that their comedic beats will fall almost to the second at the same place. Okay? So figure those out.
Okay.
Alright, because that's the model that you want for your sitcom. Okay?